So today we'll see the breakpoints, like how to build a responsive UI using Tailwind CSS. So let's get started. So I'm thinking of doing a course like going through one by one and each and everything, how to use them. So installation we have already discussed. So in the core concepts, they say like first what's utility first. What exactly it means? It means earlier when we use it to build the UI, we use it to declare a class name for the div or whatever the element HTML that we use, and then in the style section we use it to refer to that class name and then add the styles accordingly. Like what are the styles we need, like display, margin, and background shadow, and all this. So with Tailwind CSS, they already define everything in their predefined classes. So we can just simply get the class name and add it to our class. So get the class and add it to our HTML element. So for example, let's see here in the chart notification, they have added a padding of 1.5 rep. So which is equivalent to padding 6, p-6, which is a short form for padding. So this p6 class is already defined in our CS in the Tailwind CSS with the style named padding colon 1.5 rem, and then max width -sm. So this one is the width of the element, and mx auto, this means margin auto, and the background white means background color background color white ash FFF, and the rounded XL, this is the border radius, and shadow, this will apply the shadow for you. Flex, this will add this parameter for us. Display flex for the code, and item center, this will be adding align center, and then space x-4. So what this does means it adds every child, the space between each and every child. So for example, if you have 10 childs, after each and every child, so there will be a added spacing like the padding for each and every element. So let's see what's the space x will. So let's search for space. Okay, space between. So here is a space between utility. So this will add the margin between each and every element, every child of the parent which we have as well. So if you see, this is our parent class. If I apply it on parent class, so it has 3 child. Each child, so a margin is added between each and every child. So based on the amount. So this is how the everything is applied. So if you see from above, it's like a huge amount of code styles to be written. So when coming to the Tailwind, everything will get into the classes, and it will be easy to read, and you can easily modify the code. I mean, easily remove and add the new classes as we want. So you can just check out the documentation. They have explained clearly what each and everything will do. This is what the utility first means. So they will have each and every style for you. We just need to get the style correct and add it to our class name. So then coming to the responsive design, using responsive design, I mean, so responsive means in the present environment, like the present tech, we have like various sizes of device. We have 4K device, large, medium, 13. Each and every resolution we have different devices. So Tailwind brings us custom breakpoints. It brings us breakpoints like SM, which means small breakpoint, and then MD, which means 768 pixel with min width of 768 pixel, and NG min width of 1024 pixel, and XL 1280 pixel to XL. So Tailwind by default points to the mobile screens. So you don't need to worry about the mobiles. It's by default it by default points to the mobile. Then only it starts with SM, and SM will be the medium, which might be laptop, your iPad or tablet, and MD will be your medium mid-range devices, like when your maximum width is 768 pixel, and large will be your normal desktops, and then it goes to Excel and to Excel. So here if you see, so he mentioned width hyphen 4, so it's the default width, and then for the medium screens is given width 32, and then for the large screens width is 48. Let's see what exactly this means. So I'll be back into the play.google.com. Play.tailwind. I'll get back to play.tailwindcss.com. So let me get copy image location. Oh, so here is my image. So once it's loaded, so if you see in the large screens, it's so you can see the width is changing. So whenever let's see, instead of this 48, let's go for 98, I think. Oh, it's 98. Okay, 48. Okay, so now it's a 48 width because our minimum, okay, now it's 40. So 1235. So let's check our breakpoints. So 1280 is an Excel, but we haven't defined. Let's define an Excel breakpoint. Excel W hyphen 56. Okay, so let's say 1280, minimum width of 1280 pixels. So if you check over here, so when I toggle the 1280, it's getting into the bigger size, which is width 56. And when I slowly drag it till 1024, right? 1024, that's where our large breakpoints hits. So it will fall back to the medium thing. Now, whenever I go further back, it hits 768. So once it hits 768, it falls back to the SM. But as the SM is not defined, it will take the default one, the width hyphen 16. Right. So here how it's gonna take. So once it's declared, once a width is declared without any breakpoints, it will be applied to the whole system, like whatever the screen might be, it will be applied. And if you want our breakpoint only for LG to be large, so for example, I want for LG with hyphen 58, only LG I need it to be 50. Once it enters the Excel, I just fall back to the default. I just need to fall back to the default, but it won't fall back. So once it's declared the LG, all the above breakpoints of the LG are stick to the LG. So whatever the values you provide at the LG. So if you want it to be Excel to be the default one, we just need to make sure we reset it by adding the styles. So let's see. So our LG is 1024 width. So if you see our width, so 1 second. Okay, we don't have the width hyphen 58. So once I cross the LG breakpoint, it's gonna bring the image to the 56. And once I enter the Excel breakpoint, it's again get back to the normal width. Is it clear? So it means if you want a breakpoint to be applied to a specific breakpoint, if you want a style to be applied to a specific breakpoint, make sure you reset at the next breakpoint. If I want a breakpoint at the MD, only at the MD, then I need to make sure I will reset it at LG break. So it won't apply to the next level. So as I said, it's a mobile first framework. That means every style we apply is first applied based on the mobile first. Then only it will be targeted to the other devices. So as I discussed, if you want to target a specific breakpoint, so if you see over here, so first let's target the mobile device. So here we have a many tools. Okay, first let's target our mobile device whose breakpoint is, okay, I think we don't have the, okay, first let me target the breakpoint as background. So this is a small device like the default one. So as I haven't specified any breakpoint, so it's applied to the entire system initially. So when I get back, when I check the complete CSS, so I have a different CSS at the MD. That means at the breakpoint of 768 pixels. So once I reach the 768 pixel width, so you see it's get back to the red. If I go further, once it's crossed the medium, once it entered the last breakpoint, we just resetted the complete CSS. So in that way, we can just simply add the custom styles like only for the custom breakpoints. So next thing, Tailwind also specifies, like also gives you a customization for you. So we can simply define the, we can simply add the breakpoints, like customized breakpoints, not just fix it to these widths. You can simply add them. So if you see here, I'm just copy this part of CSS and just get back to the config, and I'll just remove this. So here we have two possibilities. One is to extend the theme, or else to replace it completely. So what extend does means extends take the existing thing and add it and append it to the existing one. File coming, if you place directly in the CSS and inside the theme, we don't have, okay, let's cross check what exactly it has. So I have this one, and when it run, like, let me wait for it to run. So as this thing has changed, it need to build every CSS for, so for example, for all the CSS, whatever the CSS it's building, it need to build for every variant. So as you see now, it won't apply any breakpoints because we don't have these breakpoints, MD, LG, and all this. So only all the breakpoints we have is tablet, laptop, and desktop. So if you change LD to desktop and these two laptop, then it will work. It's what's the minimum width of desktop? 1024. Okay. So once it entered the 1024, it went back to the, okay, so desktop is okay. I just, this one will be the desktop. So once I enter the desktop mode, it went back to the red, and when I get to the desktop, it went back to normal. So I'll just copy this and I'll just comment this code right now for now, and then I'll just revert it back to the original code. So here, instead of adding directly inside the thing, I will add it in the extent. So once it's built, so why it's gonna take long? Because whenever we define any breakpoints, we need to be making sure you purge your code. Like we will add purging for your code when you are running for the production, because your CSS file is gonna be in MBs if you have multiple breakpoints added, like custom breakpoints, because your style sheet and whenever Tailwind builds, it need to build every style. It's gonna build for each and every breakpoint. So for example, okay, so now it's built. So so now my LG and MD breakpoints are working as expected, right? So let's see whether these breakpoints will work. So as we extended, so these are also working as expected. And so as we discussing, so whenever we have declared any custom breakpoints, we need to be making sure we purge our code for the production build, or else our CSS file is gonna be huge, because it's gonna need to build every style sheet for each and every style for each and every break, which is gonna be a huge thing. So make sure you don't forget the purging.